Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at qualities that make you irresistible to others. So we have three piles to choose from. Pick whichever one you are most drawn to. For pile number one, we have Fire Agate. For pile number two, we have Agate. And for pile number three, we have Strawberry Obsidian. I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Pick whichever pile you're most drawn to, like I said before. Hopefully by now you have picked a pile. If not, you can pause the video. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this fire agate crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at qualities that make you irresistible to others. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you happen to find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. So firstly, Spirit is showing me dandelions. Firstly, the yellow, I think it's dandelions, the yellow flowers, yeah, I think it's dandelions. So that kind of reminds me of you having a certain amount of sunshine energy to you. You have this bright type of energy, this warm nature to you. You're very friendly and you often lift others up. Because of that, you are seen as so irresistible to others. You could also have this bright aura where others are just drawn to you. You could also have a very beautiful smile or laughter that kind of draws people to you. And now I'm seeing the dandelion that you make wishes on. So a lot of people see your qualities and traits and feel like you are the embodiment of what they wish for in a friend or in a partner. So then they find it hard to resist a person like you because you match up exactly to what they want. So this could be you being seen as certain people's type in your physicality, but also in your personality traits, you match up to what they want and wish for. You may even make people feel like their wishes can come true. You may uplift people, give people lots of compliments, and tell them to go towards their dreams and their desires, and you make them feel hope for that. So you could do that for your friends or just people in general. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of your cards. So now Spirit is showing me not only do you have this friendly, warm smile and energy that makes people feel comfortable to speak to you because they already find you irresistible by the way that you look, but then when you have that warm smile and that warm energy, it just makes people feel like they're more comfortable going up to you and speaking to you because maybe they're usually shy to go up to a stranger, but with you, they kind of feel more comfortable because of that warm nature you have. You also take people's breath away when they see you. It's just like I kind of see them going, that person over there is so gorgeous or so handsome. I kind of see that energy, but you also take people's breath away by your kindness, by your friendliness, by your warm energy, like I said before. So, spirit guides of pile number one, qualities that make them irresistible to others. You also surprise people with your personality because you're very interesting. And the thing is, you have a lot of things about you that when people get to know you, they feel like you have a lot to you, in your personality. You have interesting things about you that they never expected. You also shock people where sometimes people might underestimate you, but you shock people when you reach your dreams, goals, and desires. You may be a dreamer yourself, or you may relate to being a visionary of some kind. So, next we have the Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be in love. Okay, we have the patroness of miraculous healing. With I am ready to heal, I am worthy of the miracles meant for me. And I think that's all I'm going to pull for now. I will pull tarot cards later on. What I'm also seeing clairvoyantly is an image of a goddess. I don't know what goddess this is, but it's giving me goddess energy, and she has her hands, her palms out like this, and there's fire coming from her palms. And she looks so powerful, fierce, and sexy in some way. So I feel like you do have that warm, sunny side to you, but then you also have another powerful, magnetic side to you that is kind of intimidating yet sexy at the same time. And that could be something people find irresistible. Because you have that warm, friendly nature, they don't expect you to have that powerful side to you. So I'm hearing you're an enigma. You have things about you that people wouldn't expect when they get to know you. And you just shock people, like I said before. Also, I'm seeing a lot of you in this pile could be foodies because I'm seeing tacos clairvoyantly. So, yeah, maybe people feel like because you're a foodie, they can hang out with you, go to all their favorite restaurants with you, and really bond over food. Okay, maybe some of you even like to cook for the people you love. Like if you've ever had events or parties at your house or anything like that, maybe you cook nice meals and you're very welcoming to your guests. You make them feel at home in your home. Okay, and that's something I'm definitely seeing. You're also really independent. You don't need anybody, but you like to have people around you. A lot of the times in life, you may have felt like an outsider. You may have felt like you didn't exactly fit in. And some of you may even have been bullied for your differences or your uniqueness in some way. Though, what I will say, this is the quality that makes you most irresistible. The fact that you're so unique, the fact that you have something different about you, it makes you stand out to the rest. It's kind of like how some people will try to copy others and try to be like others. And then Spirit is showing me a visual image of a bunch of people wearing the same outfit, and then you're wearing something completely different. So that is an example of the energy of you just standing out because of your uniqueness. And if you were ever bullied for that, I'm so, so sorry. But there's something about certain people being jealous of that, and that's why they bullied you in the first place, because maybe they felt like they didn't have anything unique or special about them. So, if somebody really bullies you, sometimes it's due to jealousy and being threatened by you. I'm hearing from your spirit guides, haters are gonna hate, but you're gonna shine regardless. So, there's also something about you being anchored within love. You always want to make people feel included, especially in a group setting. Let's say somebody's speaking and you notice that everybody's zoning out or on their phones, not listening to the person. You will make eye contact with the person to show, hey, I'm listening while nobody else is. You really try to make everyone feel included, and you don't like it when people are kind of being excluded from a group. And you also stand up for your friends. So there's a certain type of loyalty that's here where, let's say somebody tried to gossip to you about your friends, you'd stand up for them, you'd call that person out. So people just know that they can trust you and they can't resist having that, especially within friendships and romantic connections. And there's something about you knowing how to keep secrets, keeping your mouth shut when it comes to important things. You know, Also something about when someone wants to plan a surprise for somebody in your life, you're able to help them plan that surprise or that gift because maybe you're somebody that really notices the little things within people. And a lot of people want to date you because of that thoughtfulness you have, but also, a lot of people just feel appreciative of you when you remember little details about them or just little things about them and you give them thoughtful gifts or you're just thoughtful in general. And that is an irresistible quality you have. Your authenticity makes you shine bright, and I feel like you're everybody's hype man or hype woman. And you really believe in yourself and you help others believe in themselves too. So you have this beautiful energy about you, and I feel like, yes, you are very beautiful or handsome in your physical nature, but all these beautiful qualities you have make you even more irresistible to others, okay? There's also something about the jewelry you wear that looks really good on you. There's something about your hair that looks really good too. So there's differences in hair types here. Some of you could have very curly hair as we see in this image. Some of you could have straight hair, but I'm kind of picking up on more darker hairstyle, darker hair colors, darker eyes, and maybe like a blonde hair. Okay, but even if I don't mention your hair type or the way your hair looks, there's just something about your hair that looks really good. Something about your hair looks glossy and clean, but also hydrated at the same time and healthy. Also, there is something about eyeliner. If you ever wear like cat eye eyeliner for the women here, it really makes your eyes pop. And also, your fashion style. I'm hearing you make a fashion statement, and you're not afraid to express yourself courageously to the world. You can be seen as extra in a good way by the way that you dress, but also unique and inspiring. And I think a lot of people take inspiration or try to kind of mimic the way you dress because of the uniqueness you embody there. Or they just try to take notes. Like, I'm seeing somebody look at your skin and ask you, what skincare do you use? And then they're taking notes. Or they come up to you and hug you and you smell so good. And they're taking notes on what perfume you wear when they ask you. So I'm seeing something about taking notes or taking notes of the outfit you wear and being like, oh, I want to try that myself. So something about your style or the way you show up in the world being inspirational to others. So you may be seen as a little bit of a trendsetter. Again, there's something about your skin that looks glowy and hydrated and healthy. You may take care of your physical body as well because I mentioned your hair looking healthy as well as your skin, maybe also your nails. So maybe that comes from, taking care of your physical health and then it reflects in your skin and your hair. Or maybe some of you take vitamins for your skin and hair and it looks very glowy and healthy. So there's something about that. Okay, and some of you dress up in a way where you show up a little bit more elegantly and sophisticated in some way. If you resonate with that, you give off queen energy, but everyone in this pile gives off queen energy in general. And that's what I'm seeing here. So, spirit guides of pile number one, spirit guides of pile number one. What are the qualities that make them irresistible to others? We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. We have the Emperor in the reverse. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, the Star reversed, so many reversals today, and the King of Swords reversed. And I feel the reason why a lot of these cards are in reverse is because you move in a completely different way than others. Like I said, there's something unique about you. When everybody else is going left because left is the popular path, you're going right. That's just an example of the energy I see. But with the star in reverse, a lot of people may have tried to dim your shine or dim your light, and you're not allowing that to affect you anymore with the Ten of Swords reversed here. Maybe some of you are learning to express your authenticity more and more every day without letting people dim your light. You're trying to let go of, maybe things people have said to you out of a place of jealousy or trying to dim your light, you know what I mean? So You're trying to heal yourself and your self image. And because you are slowly releasing the things people have said to you, it no longer has power over you, where you're becoming more confident by the day. And that's making you appear even more irresistible because you're able to let go of what the haters say. Because I think that it's just jealousy, anyways. The number 444 is coming up, so you are protected from all evil eye and jealousy. But nowadays, most people want to rather take notes from you and inspiration from you. Some people still tend to get jealous of you, but they try not to be. And I think the reason why that change has happened is because you no longer find importance in other people's words or anything like that. What matters to you is that you feel beautiful or handsome, that you feel great about yourself, and you're trying to let go of other people's opinions of you, whether that be good or bad, because that can shift and change. And because there has been this shift in your mindset, you're starting to attract healthier people your way that truly, again, want to take inspiration from you rather than be jealous of you. There's something about you having very soft hands and nails. You may take moisturizing very seriously, because I mentioned your skin looking very soft and healthy, but also something about your hands being soft and your nails looking healthy. Even if you have natural nails, you know, your nails always look good, but there's also something about you always kind of having a nice pedicure and your feet looking good too when you wear sandals. But for the men here, if you don't, of course, do your nails, there's just something about your nails looking clean, and of course that is going to attract people to you because the amount of times I've seen men with dirty nails and it's just an ick. So, if you're a man and you have very clean nails, it is very attractive to others. Again, when I mentioned your smile, there's something about when you smile and your eyes smile too. It is the most beautiful thing in the world, regardless of your gender. Also, when your hair is blowing in the wind, or when you just, took a shower or a bath and your hair is kind of wet, it looks so sexy and irresistible on you. For the woman here, if you ever wear dresses that show your back or your shoulders, damn, that looks irresistible. That's what I'm hearing. But also, when you go out on nights out, when you're really dressed up, it's like you really impress people by the way you look. I see them thinking, wow, in their minds. If you ever go out and party or dance, there's something about the way you dance and move your you move your body. Spirit is showing me a snake dancer. So there's just something about you being quite magnetic and sexy by the way you dance, which makes people kind of want to come up to you and dance with you or talk to you or interact with you. You also have many good ideas that are very ahead of your time when it comes to your creative endeavors, projects, um, things you want to accomplish in the future, and you kind of think of ideas nobody else thinks of. Where some people might not get it at first, might not get your vision at first, but like I said, you're seen as a visionary to others. And then when they see the big reveal I'm hearing, and they see the end result, it clicks, it makes sense, and it's like genius I'm hearing. So that is irresistible to others. Also, there's something about your eyelashes that are quite pretty, even for the men watching. Like, I can tell you this so many times I've seen men with long eyelashes and they look good. But also for the men watching, something about your hair as well. I know I mentioned hair before, but for the men as well, it's kind of like other people kind of want to touch your hair because it looks very soft, but also your beard. It looks really good. It kind of makes your facial features look good. Not that they didn't look good before, but you get what I mean. It kind of enhances the physical features you have on your face. And if any of you ever wear highlighter, a little bit on your cheekbone for the women here, or on the bridge of your nose, or the inner corner, it just makes you pop and glow. Or you could just do really nice skincare where your skin is glowy. naturally. So this is what I have for you. I'm also seeing lip gloss. So a very glowy pile, okay? So this is what I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pal number twos. If you chose this agate crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at qualities others find irresistible about you and make you irresistible to others. So I want to say please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you happen to find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So your card says the patroness of impossible causes with I am miraculous, my prayers create powerful channels of possibility. As I'm speaking to you guys in pile number two, I'm hearing a plane go by. So maybe some of you travel a lot, post pictures of your vacations online, or people just know you as somebody that is very free spirited, somebody that kind of like likes being out in nature, likes exploring the world, quite adventurous and spontaneous. And because of that, those qualities you have, it makes you irresistible to others, where people always feel like, talking to you, there's always a fun time. There's always something they want to explore or do with you. And they always want to know about your trips, how it was. I'm also picking up on an insecurity from you guys, pile number two, where you might have felt pushed to the side or unimportant or discarded by people you loved the most. You may have felt unappreciated and overlooked during your life. But the thing I want to say is you've had a lot of people that took you for granted, that took your heart for granted. You were giving them so much than they ever deserved, so much more than they ever deserved. And a lot of the times, what's sad is those people from your past regret it too late and realize what they lost too late. And I'm hearing spirits say they lost a prize. You didn't lose anything, they lost something great. So it is 11:11 on the clock, and Spirit is saying, even if you still feel this way, you will overcome this insecurity and this situation, and you will realize how important you are and how valuable you are. You will see your worth and your value, and you will find people that truly appreciate you for who you are and don't take you for granted, and you won't allow people like that back into your life because you'll you'll truly learn your value, okay? So Spirit keeps repeating to me, you didn't lose out on anything. They lost something. They lost you. And I'm also hearing from Spirit that that doesn't reflect your self-worth because a lot of those people did see your value, but a lot of those people in your life you had were takers and weren't givers like you. They didn't have a heart of gold like you do. And again, they are truly regretting it right now. I know this isn't part of the reading, but you might even find people from the past try to come back to you once they realize, that they took you for granted and that you truly are valuable. But I don't feel like you will let them back in your life, and please don't. So let's shuffle your cards. Spirit guides of pile number two, spirit guides of pile number two. What makes them irresistible? The qualities they have that people find irresistible. We have prophetess of true power with I call my power back from old times and places. I am my own. I'm smelling incense burning, but I'm not burning incense at all. So maybe some of you could have like a mystical side to you, a little bit of a spiritual side to you. Maybe you love to cleanse your home with incense. And I'm seeing someone do a lot of self care where maybe you take a lot of nice bubble baths, do face masks for yourself, cucumbers in your eyes. Maybe even some of you like to pamper your dogs or your cats. Have you ever seen those videos on Instagram where somebody's pampering their cat and giving their cat a nice bath, but pampering their cats at the same time? I feel like people kind of get that vibe from you that you do a lot of self-care, and it kind of makes you glow even more to them. We have the Red Lady with I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Interesting. Some of you that recently went through a breakup, you could have made a very drastic change to your hair, like cut your hair or dye your hair a certain color that you wouldn't usually do. And it kind of reminds me of that saying when they say that when you cut off your hair, you release the old energy. So if some of you have been thinking about cutting your hair, please go and do it. Of course, think about it yourself, or dyeing your hair, um, making a change. If you've been thinking about that, then maybe that's a sign that people will love it. Okay. But maybe you will also love it. That's important too. I also feel like I said this in pile one, but I'm seeing it in your pile two. If you ever wear eyeliner, it just makes your eyes look so good. But I also feel like this pile likes to wear more of a soft glam type of look. But sometimes you can rock the intensity, like kind of like a dark aesthetic and still pull it off. I feel like you can pull off many different aesthetics or vibes to the way that you dress, and there's something about that coming through. Maybe some of you are constantly switching up the way you look. Because I'm clairvoyantly seeing, you know how celebrities have their different eras, where in one era they're dressed like this, and then they go through something in life, and then something changes within them, and then they dress a different way, and then that becomes their new era. They have a new hairstyle, something like that. So maybe some of you switch up the way you look depending on how you feel or what you're going through at the moment, and people love to see those different eras of how you kind of grow into your fashion style and experiment with new things. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. This pile also has a natural beauty I'm seeing. Also, you could have very plump lips, or something about your lips looks good to people. Also, I'm getting this pile could reject a lot of people, and then it's kind of like they want to chase you even more. You're also quite irresistible and sexy when you release your anger. So just hold up and let me explain what I'm about to say here. So I feel like you have a very beautiful heart, pile number two, and we spoke about that earlier. But I feel like you've gone through many situations again where people didn't appreciate you, didn't give back to you, and you've recently come into taking back your power from those situations. You've recently stepped into this new era where you are becoming very fierce, where you are speaking your truth, where you're setting boundaries with people, you're not letting people walk all over you, and you're not letting people treat you in a way that you don't deserve. I hear that you're irreplaceable, and sometimes people realize that too late. But there is this feeling of when somebody does you wrong and you voice your anger and you honor your anger, something about that is sexy because it's like you're standing up for yourself. And I don't mean like you're being mean to people for no reason. That's not what I'm saying. But when somebody does something and steps on your toes and pushes your buttons and you voice your opinion of that and you say, no, that's not okay, that's sexy, that shows that you won't be treated anyway. That shows that you know your worth, you know your power, you know what you're deserving of. That's sexy. You also have a very cute nose, I'm getting, and cute eyebrows and eyes. And something about pile number one, I mentioned their smile, but for you it's a little bit different. Like when you get excited about things, and this is just something beautiful, like a twinkle in your eye when you're smiling, when you're excited about something. It's just so beautiful to see. So it's kind of different from the way I described pile number one, but there are some similarities in in the kind of features I'm mentioning to pile number one if you were drawn. The more you age each year, the more beautiful you become, the more you know yourself, the more self-assured you become. And it's kind of like you're just getting to know yourself more and metamorphosizing. I don't know if that's a word. Kind of transforming into new versions of self. So you're constantly transforming and growing and improving yourself. And you're never quite always the same as you used to be. But the more you grow and get to know yourself, the more your inner beauty kind of just shines out to the world, but also physical beauty, because when you get to know yourself, you're like, oh, I'm in a phase of my life where I don't really like dressing like this anyway. I want to experiment with this new way of dressing. And then it's kind of like you, again, step into a new version of you, a new era, and people are just people kind of want to put a magnifying glass on you and they see you as so amazing. I feel like when you buy clothes, jewelry, hair products, whatever it is, you prefer quality over quantity, and people can really see that in the way you look. And confidence enhances your magnetism and your irresistibility by 1,000. That's kind of what I'm seeing from Spirit. You also have quite a beautiful aura that is quite irresistible to others. Okay, it's 11:22 on the clock. Let's go ahead and pull your tarot cards. So I'm seeing that your cutoff game is strong, and I'm hearing the phone ring and somebody call you. And I think this is from a TikTok sound where somebody picks up the phone as like, it's over, I left my wife. And then the person's like, who is this? But I don't feel like this pile would really date married men. But ignore that. But something about who is this? So as I said, your cutoff game is strong. Maybe people from your past will try to reach out to you, and then you'll kind of act like they don't exist, like they're dead to you. And something about them being so shocked, you're gonna laugh at it. I know it's a little bit petty to say, but you're gonna laugh at it. You're gonna feel so empowered when that happens. Or let's say you walk past them like they don't even exist, you ignore them, you give them the cold shoulder. Something about that is gonna make you even more irresistible to others and to them, and they're just gonna kind of be shocked and dumbfounded because they would think that you would forgive them or let them back into your life, but you won't. Okay, so you really stepped into your power recently. I clap for you for that, but my hands are kind of full now. Nine of Wands. I'm proud of you guys. We have the Page of Cups, the Strength card in the reverse, the Knight of Wands reversed, and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so people often reminisce on the memories you have together. And people often feel this deeper soul connection to you. Some people even feel there's a familiarity about you where maybe they share past life connections to you. And then they just feel drawn to you, like, I have to speak to this person because it's just something about them that I can't put my finger on, something familiar about them. You have a lot of fated encounters with people that make them even more drawn to you. And I feel like because you're an old soul, this is what I'm hearing from Spirit, you're an old soul. So you've lived many lifetimes. You've had many experiences with different people in many different lifetimes. So this is going to happen to you more often than the average person. You're always in the right place at the right time as well. There's something about you just being energetically aligned and following your intuition, and your intuition leads you to the right places, people, etc. And so, let's say you're out in public and, you know, every few months you find somebody that feels this deep, strong connection to you. Again, it's going to happen to you more often because of the fact that you've had more past lives than the average person. And because you are energetically aligned to your higher self, where you're receiving those messages of where to go or where to be. So opportunities also find you much easier. And if this hasn't happened yet, then this could be a future energy I'm picking up on, where you meet soulmates, people part of your soul family, and you're just going to feel really fulfilled. I'm hearing that song. I don't know who sings it, but it's like, if looks could kill, baby, I'm a fashion killer. So, definitely something about your fashion style, but like I said, quality over quantity. But there's also something about when I look at the Six of Cups, I saw a vision of the movie Tangled when Flynn Rider cuts off her hair to protect her. So, again, something about haircuts is coming through, okay? Also, you no longer tolerate things that you used to tolerate. You have more of a guard up. You have a sense of discernment up. You no longer trust people as easily as you used to. And although you're learning to let your guard down with certain people you trust, I think it is good to have those healthy boundaries, but it's also important to have balance when we don't have too much of a guard up, because what I've learned from energy work is when we have too much of a guard up, when we're kind of protecting ourselves too much, we can sort of block off the energy of our manifestations and the things we want to attract, the people we want to attract. So, when it comes to energy, it's important to have a little bit of that guard up, to be discerning, to kind of like be aware of what's going on around you energetically. I also think you're empaths, but also to let the guard down a little bit. There's definitely something about the throat chakra opening. I feel it in your energy, and I did mention that, but I'm feeling it in your energy. And there's also something about people always wanting to phone you or speak to you over the phone. Something about your voice sounding nice over the phone. I also heard Queen Latifah, and if I'm not mistaken, she's in a lot of comedy movies. So maybe there's something about your sense of humor that people find irresistible. Also, I feel like you're very strong. You have endured a lot in your life, and your strength makes you irresistible to others. And the wisdom you've learned from that strength makes you irresistible as well. Again, with that powerful nature you have, there's something so sexy about that, okay? But you're also learning to allow yourself to rest and allow yourself to heal and allow yourself to be around people you can be vulnerable around and trust and feel safe around. And that is also very beautiful, you stepping into this energy of gentleness at the same time. So you know how to balance out that gentleness and that strength. A lot of you have a beautiful garden in your home. A lot of you like pets, because I keep seeing pets. And for the men, or even for women here, there's something about your jawline, if you have a strong jawline. Excuse me. And there's something about you looking very youthful or looking younger than your age. Some of you might have even experienced a lot of people complimenting you when you tell them your age, and they're like, whoa, you don't look that age at all. So, this is what I see for your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pal number threes. If you chose the strawberry obsidian crystal, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what qualities you have that make you irresistible to others. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you happen to find yourself resonating with these messages, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please find my email address in the description box below. There is a gardener outside, and if you hear background noises, sorry for that in advance. Okay, the first vision I'm seeing for you guys, pile number three, is I'm seeing Paris Hilton in a pink Y2K tracksuit, in a pink Cadillac with a little cute puppy in her handbag, and she's kind of wearing sunglasses. So there's something about maybe some of you having that Y2K aesthetic to the way that you dress, or Something about your vibe reminds people of the 2000s or the 90s. Some of you have a very beautiful singing voice or have just a good music taste that people admire and are attracted to. I am also hearing the word fertility. So this may sound weird, but what spirit is showing me for the women here, sometimes when you're ovulating, your pheromones kind of attract people to you even more. But I don't know if some of you actually wear perfumes with pheromones in it or something, or people just find you quite sexy and sensual in a way. And now I'm seeing the Mona Lisa painting and Marie Antoinette. And along with Paris Hilton, there's something timeless about you. There's something iconic about you. There's something about you leaving your mark, or what is the word? A legacy in the world. Maybe some of you do something creatively or have a very big purpose where you're going to be remembered for a very long time on this earth for something you do. And that could resonate differently for different people here. And the amount of people remembering you, I guess, will just depend on what you're doing. Maybe some of you are on public platforms or help people. Like I'm seeing a lot of you do charity work, or you're just doing something that aligns to your purpose that you feel is meant for you to do. And you're going to leave your mark on this world. And there's just something about people looking at you like amazed at whatever you've done in the future. And that's just going to make you so irresistible. I'm even seeing Marilyn Monroe. And you know how Marilyn Monroe is kind of remembered even now to this day. Even if people haven't watched her movies, everyone knows who she is. Everyone has seen pictures of her. So there's something about you being remembered in this world. Interesting. Cool, cool, cool. I'm also seeing fur coats. Hopefully folks fur, I don't know how to say that word. And nice sunglasses, like nice quality sunglasses that just look good on you. So again, something about fashion is coming through. And I'm also hearing Mamacita in my mind. So um I don't want to offend you, but some of you are MILFs or DILFs. Um, if you know that word, if you don't, just go research it on Google. But even if you are a mom or a dad, there's just still something sexy about you, regardless of your age, okay? So, Spirit Guides of Pile number three, Spirit Guides of Pile number three, the qualities they have that people find irresistible about them. We have the Divine Mother. I was speaking about motherhood. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Now I'm seeing Gloria from what's the movie? Is it Modern Family or am I getting it wrong? Let me just research. Yes, it is her. So, um, when I watched Modern Family, I always remembered laughing at the things she said, and I always remembered looking at her and finding her so beautiful and liking the way she dresses. So maybe there's something funny about you, and again, the way you dress, or maybe some of you remind people of her by the way you look. That won't resonate with everybody, but something about that's coming through. Then we have the Goddess of Magic. Oh my gosh. I forgot to tell you guys, because I saw Paris Hilton and then I forgot about this message. When I got to your pile, I heard like, did you put a spell on me? So that's so weird that this came out. Then Spirit just kind of reminds me subtly. It says sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. Because I was even hearing like a love spell song in the beginning of your reading, and then I forgot about it, but I don't know who it's by. So maybe you kind of make people feel like you've put a love spell on them, even if you haven't. There's just something about your charm and your energy that makes people want you more and more and more in a way that kind of makes them question, did you do a spell on me? Did you do magic on me? There's something about when you are with people intimately. Sometimes you'll create a soul tie to them unintentionally, and because of that, they have this. I'm seeing a cord between you and them where every time you think of them or anything like that, then they're just drawn to you, then they will call you, then they'll want to see you. So something about that's coming through. I don't want to get into 18 plus messages, but there's something about, okay, I don't know if I want to say this, but there's something about the punani, the coochie for the woman here, or maybe the stick for the men here, that once people have had a taste of it or had some of you, like sexy time with you, then they just want you more and more and more. Okay, so maybe there's something about a magic punani or something like that. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Um, what else, Spirit? You're also very photogenic. Some of you have a curly hair routine where you do a whole routine for your hair and then you kind of put it up and you wrap it. Or some of you have protective hairstyles and it looks really good on you. Or, some of you, let's say you change from braids to another type of hairstyle. Every time you change it, people just look at it and they find it beautiful. Something about that's coming through. So I'm hearing people ask to themselves, I wonder what hairstyle pile number three is gonna wear next, or I wonder what outfit they're gonna wear next. Let's say you go to an event. I wonder what pile three is gonna wear because there's just something about you always impressing people with your style or the way you do your hair, the way you do your makeup. And I don't even feel like you have to put in that much effort. Like some of you just have a minimal makeup kind of look and then you go out and it still looks gorgeous on you. So I'm seeing something about minimal effort, maximum results, okay? Also, when you wear lipsticks, like red lipsticks or just vibrant lipsticks, it just looks so good on you. Maybe some of you like to do cut creases, or I'm seeing lash extensions or something like that, or falsies. When you do get glammed up, it also looks really good. So you can put in minimal effort to the way that you look. That's how I'm translating that message and still look fantastic and still look bomb and people are gonna look at you, but you can also put in maximum effort and get maximum results, okay? I've gotten this message before in another beauty reading. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember it was also in one of the pile threes. And I just heard your ancestors come through, and I heard them say to me, you are the embodiment of the beauty of all your ancestors and all the ones that came before you, and the beauty of your culture kind of shows through you. So I don't know if some of you like to also wear traditional clothes, like a sari, for example, and then when you wear it, it looks so gorgeous on you. Or I'm seeing just traditional clothing in general, or some of you like to wear waist beads. It looks really gorgeous on you. Something about your stomach looks good. Um, I don't know if a lot of you do sit-ups or something like that, but something about your stomach looks good, or even if you don't do that, something about your waist and your stomach and the curve there, it looks really good. Your qualities that make you irresistible to others. I'm also seeing you're a very sweet person. You may also have a sweet tooth, and you may also love to kind of go out um with your friends for brunches, or I'm seeing like mimosas and things like that, or I'm seeing going out for tea and cake or something like that. Okay. And there's something about when you're out with your friends just enjoying, you all look beautiful at the same time or handsome at the same time, like if men here go out with their friends. But there's also something about you being someone, again, sweet and loving. You love from a place of unconditional love, and you make people feel truly important and special from a genuine place. You're also very supportive of the people in your life and the decisions they make, which in turn makes them want to support you. You may be the mom of the friend group or dad of the friend group, and you may love to just take care of those around you. You have a very nurturing energy. I'm also seeing that you romanticize your life and you take pleasure in the little moments. Not only are you photogenic, but maybe some of you like to take photos of different things in your life. Like, let's say, again, you go out for brunch, you're taking photos of your food, or let's say you see a nice garden, a nice view, you take a picture of it, or sunset, sunrise, I don't know. Some of you also live near the beach and you wake up very early to kind of like maybe meditate outside or see the dolphins, or something about dolphins are showing through. They remind me of wisdom, but also a playfulness, a sense of humor. Okay. So we have the Four of Cups showing up in the reverse. People feel as though they could never ever get bored of you. There's always something fun to do with you. Something about that's coming through. We have the Ten of Wands reversed, and you also support others in a way where when they're kind of like feeling like giving up on something, you motivate them to get back into a sense of passion for whatever it is, and you motivate them to not give up. You motivate them to keep going. I'm even seeing some of you, it could relate to you could relate to this in a little way where, let's say you're at the gym with your friend and you're like, that friend that's like, come on, 5 more minutes, let's go, don't give up. I'm seeing that type of energy. We have the Ace of Cups reversed. We have the King of Wands reversed. So many reversals. Page of Swords reversed. So I'm hearing that you show up within the Queen of Swords energy. I saw that in the beginning with the sword here. She kind of reminds me of the Queen of Swords. So you can be a little bit cutthroat when you need to be, but you can also be somebody with a lot of unconditional love. So you know when to give tough love to people, but you also know when to really support them and nurture them. So that's really cool. And there's something about you being very honest and truthful. So when somebody asks for your honest opinion, yes, you're going to say it in a kind, compassionate way, but you kind of detach from their emotions in a way where you're not thinking about that and walking on eggshells all day thinking about other people's emotions. Yes, you have empathy, but you're going to be honest and truthful to your friends or the people in your life or your children when you see them doing something you wouldn't do, or when they ask for your honest opinion, you're honest about it, okay? Because you generally want to help them. I'm seeing a blowout. So some of you go to the salon and get a blowout, or you blow dry your own hair and then it looks like you've just come from the salon. You also are someone with very high morals, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. I'm seeing the justice scales. So you won't do anything outside of your moral code just for something you want, okay? You're also a very busy, motivated person. So when you have a goal towards something, like I said, you don't give up, but you also don't allow others in your life to give up. And I feel like you have that type of energy where you aren't really resting most of the time. You're always busy with something, working on something, to kind of bring change into your life, good changes and good opportunities. For you, you don't really know how to have balance, but it works for you in a way. Because I'm seeing maybe some of you are workaholics or just overachievers in some way, but people are looking at you in awe for that. You also have strong boundaries with people. You know when to say no. Like for example, with your children, we we want to spoil our children and give our children the life they want, but at some point we need to know when to say no to our child. So I'm seeing something about that for the mothers or fathers here. You're also very intelligent, and people find your intelligence irresistible and magnetic and just so sexy. And you go hard or you go home. Like, I don't know what that means, but I'm hearing that. And you also know how to support people when they're not feeling their best self. So, for example, I'm seeing someone here that's a mother and has a daughter, or, maybe one of your friends are just feeling insecure that day. You know how to really lift their spirits up when they're feeling down, when they're crying. You know how to be there for people. And something about that's very beautiful about you. You also mind your business and you focus on yourself. You're not a judgmental person, and that's something people also find irresistible about you in your qualities. So, here's where I'm going to leave your reading pile number 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, I'm seeing something about Halloween. So, if you dress up this year on Halloween, it's going to look so good. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.